folder where you can just be like the menus.
So are we live?
Yeah, we are currently live.
We live.
Do you guys want to test the audio real quick though?
Yeah, that's what I want to check.
Yeah,
And then...
let's just check that. Together, wait!
You need to chill yourself.
I'm sorry.
You need to breathe, my
Let's
boy.
check it out.
I'm finally a player. I'm excited.
So there's no delay, right?
Apparently
this
there's.
is only going live in 5 minutes, so...
I'm testing this real quick.
Yeah, I can see that.
Wait, you can see the test. Which
Yeah,
is,
wait, it's
live.
the video's loading now?
Yeah.
Hey!
Yay!
Okay, it looks like the chat box isn't working.
Oh, it's delayed.
No, it will be. Sadly, apparently, this is the least delayed it can be.
Oh.
Sounds good.
Okay, cool. We have audio.
Oh.
Computer.
Whoa, that fucked me up.
Are you okay? You're going to... I want you to be able to drink, Jethro. Okay.
Okay, are we gonna...
Hello.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Cool. Do you want to do the
Welcome
intro?
back
So
to
happy.
Hello,
Drinking and Dragons.
Are you doing it this time?
I'm feeling wild.
Do the intro. Do the
Do
intro.
the intro.
Hi, this is an adult show, so fuck off if you're a child, I'm sorry. We use strong language, we'll be drinking, and if we offend you,
Please don't
We don't
fucking
care.
child.
please
We don't
leave.
care.
So
Who
mean.
knows? Sadly, that's true.
Please don't leave.
Anyway, today we will be doing more of a one-shot, which kind of takes part in the universe as one of our non-streamed campaign settings, but that shouldn't really matter because it's a one-shot, so it's new to us too. And it will be DM'd by Kenny this time.
Yay! Yeah,
First
dear.
time I DM'd in, oh wow, that's
Couple
gonna
of
be fun.
months.
Yeah, it's
dude.
actually been long.
Actually really has.
Last time you
You
DM'd,
used
we
to DM
were.
more than me.
I used to, every single weekend pretty much. Okay, well, if you guys are ready to start, let me take you guys in.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so you all wake up in what looks like a cage, sort of like a prison bars. Yeah, you notice as you get up that there's cushions all along the floor that's been well worn. It seems if you're in a very busy area, people are drinking right outside. They're all busy, making merry, chatting. There's music in the background. Would you guys like to describe your characters as you wake up?
Want to start with ladies or?
Ladies first.
Okay, so sleeping, purring in her bed is a tabaxi monk named Kittens Mittens.
Kittens,
Kittens.
mittens.
Oh, Mittens Kittens,
Mittens
sorry.
Kittens.
Mittens Kittens. She's purring in her sleep. She wakes up with a silent yawn, flashing her teeth, and feeling very hungover.
Oh, we hungover.
Well, she is.
She is.
Oh, yeah.
You guys don't have to feel hungover if you don't want to, but she is.
She's
Yes.
hungover AF, bro.
Ah.
I
Okay.
love that.
Perfect.
The second lady?
Oh, well. Sitting inside the cage there, you see a tall drink of water. He's a half elf. Got his pan pops hanging to the side there. He's just waking up from his slumber. Just your average kind of dad type. My name's Stanley Bellbottom. It's nice to meet you two.
Standing bell button. Okay.
I look old. Like
Isn't
40.
this tripod in front of Leo?
No, it isn't.
It's actually a perfect
No.
view, dude. It's crazy.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
We actually spent the last hour trying to get this right.
It's almost like we spent time setting this up.
It's
Wow.
almost like we tried.
Oh.
How strong is it? Yeah.
Oh, we should have brought shots. Guys,
No, we
That's
shouldn't
one
have.
shot.
That was
That's
the
all
second
ones.
thing.
next session we have to have shots because every time we roll natural
Yeah,
ones,
I
we have to
agree.
drink.
Okay.
Done.
We have
Maybe
to-
not tequila, but shots.
Yeah,
Not
not
tequila.
tequila,
We'll get
not
like
again.
apple sours or something.
Do you want to kill me?
Apple sauce is nothing, dude. It's like fucking
Let's
bacon.
get strawberry less.
I haven't puked pink
No,
in
no,
a
no,
long
no,
time.
no, no,
Starts
no, no.
crying.
Now we're pushing shit, yeah.
Starts crying milk.
Starts
Oof.
crying in milk. Wow. Okay.
Anyway, see what at first looks to be a man, but his movements portray him standing up. Starts off strangely. It starts off normally with the torso appearing, and then the rest of his horse body, as he is now a centaur, will enter the frame. Are we still wearing our armor? And
Yeah, you're
What's
still
a
wearing all your
centaur
stuff.
sleep on a bed?
And weapons.
You have everything.
I'm so happy.
Oh, okay.
It's
Do
not
you
like
think
you guys are
Ascenso
robbing.
sleeps on his back?
Still got my bag
I
of
think he
holding.
sleeps like a.
No, I kind of
Like a
like collapse. I collapse on my legs.
I'm just
lie
picturing the
down.
horse body, like lying how a horse would lie, and then Leo's face in the dirt.
Yeah.
Yes, no, that's exactly. That's exactly how I
Smacks
sleep.
his head into the dirt. That's how I
That
sleep.
I
is
love
exactly how I sleep.
I love that.
He's wearing plate mail of what looked to have been white at one point, but is slightly spotted with blood, and near his like midsection there is more red than white
Oh,
across his arm.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
pretty
What's his
dark.
name?
Wow.
And his name, as he will now introduce himself to Stanley Malevolent, as Crixus Warren.
Oh, beautiful.
Wow, very nice name.
Texas.
And
I'm not creative at all. Mittens Kittens.
Mittens Kittens, I love it. Don't even stress. It's great.
She
Ah,
asked
I
me
love
yesterday,
that.
what it was her on Thursday, what is the most cat-top name?
Mittens Kittens. It really is, actually. Okay, so you guys all wake up. You stand around. You notice that you're all within this seemingly kind of like a jail cell, except there's a wooden wall behind you. It's very cushiony. It's very cozy.
it's a cycle.
It is indeed
It's a
a cycle.
room.
I'm ready. I'm ready to go
You're all
psycho.
wearing straight jackets.
You notice in front of you with the iron grates seems to be a very lively tavern with people drinking, chatting around themselves.
So are we in the tavern?
Do we know why
Yes.
we're in this cage?
Yeah.
No, you guys just woke up.
Do we remember what we were doing before this?
That's a wild night.
I should say no. You went to bed just like any other night, and you woke up within this cage.
Is there any waitresses walking around?
Yeah, you see a few walking around.
Lass, do you mind coming over here, please?
She turns and says, "Oh, it's another one. Let me quickly fetch the owner. Thurban!" And she see her run off, putting down the drinks on the side, and she goes towards the bar, and you see her chatting with somebody there, and you see this very tall elven man walking out from under the bar, and you see him taking out what looks like a bunch of keys. He starts sifting through them one by one as he walks up to you. He walks and says, "Ah, yes, newcomers. Not only get once a month, but never three at the same time. Let me quickly unlock the cage. Sorry for the dismal accommodation, but you don't want any riffraff stealing your stuff while you sleep." And he unlocks the cage.
I don't know what the fuck is happening.
Why not
It's
just lock our stuff? I'm gonna ask him, why not just lock our stuff in the cage, not us?
Then it looks like he stole our stuff.
I'm fucking
He
confused.
turns and says, "Well, once every month a newcomer, or two or three apparently, and a horse person."
That's Ross's. That's
It's been a while since I've seen a centaur. Sorry, excuse me.
yes.
You don't get many. You don't get.
I was
Racist.
Racist.
Yeah, sorry, we don't get many centaurs in this area. Maybe because I'm not too sure when you would arrive, and if I'm not the first to see you, or if one of my lovely waitresses, then any number of people could have spotted you first and taken your stuff. That's why we designed the cage.
So confused.
Where the fuck are we?
Yeah, what is happening?
Well, you're in the lovely, lovely village of Fairweather.
Have we ever heard of this?
Do a history check.
Okay.
Oh, no, it's okay.
Yeah.
Wait.
You guys can do it individually. You can just do it as a group. Whoa, nice.
Wait until
Oh,
I tell you
shit.
the final number.
Oh.
I'm on
Can't do
22.
math, I'm
You're
fucking
22.
26.
26.
That's beautiful.
Okay, what is
13!
is it plus anything?
13!
Yeah, so you know the village of Fairweather that used to be underneath the kingdom of Barcelona many, many, many years ago, maybe 400, 500 years ago. Since then, the kingdom of Barcelona has been conquered 5 times over, pretty much at this point. You know that it was actually quite the thriving village, especially with their horse trading. And once the kingdom of Bartholo was taken, it disappeared off the map.
Interesting.
So it's just disappeared. We're in a lost village.
This is cool. I'm gonna relay my bit of the information. To everyone.
I'll keep it. I'm just gonna ask. How did we get here?
See, that's the one mystery that none of us understand, especially all of us, all the villagers. Once a month, it seems that new adventurers just appear within this exact spot, just as like you, all passed out, wakey too, without knowing how exactly you got here. That's why I built the tavern here. Seemed the best way to get new customers. A friendly face, the first thing you see once you.
Yeah,
Into
from the
it.
inside of a fucking cage.
Seemed like quite a clever chance. You mind opening it up for us?
Yes,
Maybe
it is
something
currently
that's a bit
open.
more fun.
He's already
He's
done.
opened it.
It's
It's been
Not
open.
very perceptive, are you?
What's
No.
No. Yeah,
That's
and
3.
he did explain to you that he will explain. Well, he looks and he says, as I said, the cage is merely because it's happened before, where new adventurers would arrive and a few of my lower patrons would rob them of everything they have. Became quite an issue. Had to build this for your own safety.
It's mighty considerate of you, sir.
Well, once you've lived here for a couple of 100 years, you learn to be friendly with the new ones. So please,
Elves.
yeah. Would you like a drink?
You gotta probably
I
those.
need a drink and I'm gonna go to the bar.
You're gonna go to the bar, yeah?
Do you sell fermented milk?
No, sadly, our last cow died many, many moons ago. But we do have beer.
Sounds pretty
Oh.
nasty, actually.
No. What is the time of day, if I may ask?
You sell cheese?
It is currently early morning. So
Okay. I'm feeling kind of famished. Maybe food. I'll say no to the alcohol at the moment.
Yes.
Thank you.
yes, and
Listen, I'll take the L.
That's racist. I am a cat.
I didn't call you it, I called him it.
No, that's derogatory.
It's only racist if I call it you
That
it.
is derogatory.
Not really, because it's not referencing a cat. I'm referencing a vagina.
Hashtag PC.
That's still racist because I'm a woman.
it's because I'm a woman.
I draw my sword.
Oh shit.
Do it. Fucking do it.
Honey.
Yeah, so
It's
she
a
comes. One of the waitresses goes and she takes a little bits in the back and she comes out with what looks like, some wheat bread, a little bit of porridge, a bit of butter in it. And she hands it to you. She says, "Here you go, sir. A lovely, healthy breakfast."
I feel like the wheat stuff is offensive, but
You're lucky it wasn't hay.
but I'm a soldier. I'm used to not eating.
Yeah, it's not like grain.
quality-
It's
I
wheat bread,
eat
yeah.
food that's just there to like keep you going, not necessarily taste good. So I'm cool with this.
Buy a beer.
Mhm.
How much is it?
Well, no, we don't charge anything. After a couple of 100 years, those coins have passed hands so many times it's become worthless.
Well, that makes sense, I
I'll
guess.
have 5 beers.
If it's so worth this, can you give us all of it?
Yeah, just,
The bartender says the reason why it's worthless is because someone stockpiles it. Now, how do you know I'm the only tavern in town?
I'm a.
Quite a profitable man.
Yes,
I'm a have 5,
you can have 5.
and then I'm gonna go sit and eat my porridge while chugging my beer.
Wow, okay, make a constitution roll.
Gonna get so
Can you
wasted.
pass me
You...
my jersey then?
Yeah, no, sure.
Natural
Natural 1!
Natural
Wow, first roll of the game. Wow, second roll of the game. Fuck me, okay.
Oh, it is second roll. I forgot about the history check.
Yeah, this is
Fourth roll of the game.
It's ironic.
It's 1 plus 3, so 4.
4.
That's not any better.
You chug the first beer, and you don't know if it's the local brew or you just haven't had beer in a while, but it really fucking knocks you very quickly. You feel like if you take one more, you're gonna be throwing up all over the
Okay,
floor.
I'm gonna push the beer aside.
Any beer she pushes aside, I'll just grab
No, yeah,
and drink myself.
So you're saying,
I'm gonna push the beer aside.
I'm not gonna like chug it. I'm just gonna as soon as she pushes it aside, I'm just going to like acquire it.
Okay, perfect. I feel like you're a fucking
Flavors
centaur, so I don't think you need a roll constitution. You got
It's
4.
gonna take a while.
Yeah, fuck.
I've got the mass of a horse.
Literally horse resilience, right?
Wait, how do you sit in a chair?
He
doesn't.
I'm not sitting in
He
a
is
chair.
a chair.
Doesn't
I'm
sit.
standing.
Perfect. You drink. You see all the patrons kind of looking at you guys, eyeing you up, trying to get who you are, who you're worth, etc. You see a lot of people who seem also, very nervous, as if they're still recent, or they're not sure of who exactly are near them. So, what do you guys want to do? You're currently drinking in the tavern. You hear a bunch of activity around you.
I feel like I want to ask the owner if he's still around. Like, is there any way out of here? I know you probably would have tried this, but is there any rumors of ways out of here?
That's the way logic.
He turns and he says, "No, every single one of us has tried at some point to get beyond the fog, but seems that no matter how."
The fuck is this, Barovia?
You know what?
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
I don't get
It's
the
like-
reference.
You shouldn't.
It's a cat. Yeah.
We'll tell you when you're old.
Yeah. So
She
seems-
is of legal age.
Oh, drinking.
Yes.
And sex, but yeah.
Oh.
Don't care.
Whoa!
Literally.
Hi, Ty.
Hi.
Hi,
I mean,
Tyler.
who'd sleep with that anyway?
Oh God.
Hi,
Yeah.
Kenny.
Hi, me. So he says, "No, everyone's tried at some point or another, but it seems no matter what you try, you end up turned back anyways. I believe there's only one person who's crazy enough to try these days.
Who's that?
Davian.
Davian.
Yes. He stands on the edge constantly, either whispering to himself or running through the fog constantly, all day, all night. Tragic for a man, but people mostly leave him be.
That's okay, I'll take
Harmless in his own ways.
Also, anything we need to know about the area? Groups of people we should avoid, groups of people that are more along your line of thinking, or along the line.
Any trouble you guys are facing at the moment?
Well, no, we have our regular trouble, the occasional scuffle in the tavern. Nothing major. And he sits there and he thinks for a second. He's like, "Oh, I would advise not to go into the fog at night."
Well, I'm just
Okay, what happens if you go into the fog at night?
He says, "Well, it seems most of the time that people just disappear. And they never return. Mostly this is an issue for people who are new and out late at night and not knowing what the time is, but every night, once the dusk hits, the fog roll in, and when it gets too thick to see, most people
So
tend
just
to
at
disappear.
night.
Yes, just at night. It recedes to the outer edges during the day."
Okay.
Besides that, we have our mayor, the Lord, the Petronros. He sits in his manor up past the horse fields with these other two best friends, the Lord and Lady fucking Withrow and Northfire.
That's a proud name, fucking.
Lord
Fucking-
and lady fucking what?
Lord
Lord
Fucking
and Lady
Withrow.
Withrow.
with
Fucking,
Ram.
fucking withdraw.
Okay, and
And
lady.
Oh, do you want to know all their names?
All the
Okay.
names.
Yeah, I'm
It's
making
Myrtle.
notes, dude.
It's Myrtle Withrow and Gladymane Withrow.
You mean?
Oh no, I don't need all that. I thought it was a different surname. Sorry, my bad.
Oh, there's a second
Okay, dude, I'm sorry, I'm taking notes, dude.
It's okay. The second family is Northfire, Lady and Lord Northfire.
More fire.
Northfire.
Warfire.
I'm gonna call them
More fire.
more fire. You
More.
said Lady and Lord more fire?
More fire. Yes, they tend the fires.
I'd like to meet these people.
Yeah.
They sound swell.
No, they're
Not
friends
by
with
choice.
the.
People just think they keep asking them to add more to the fire because everyone's like, Lord, more fire. And
And they're like, "Oh fuck, okay, shit,
more. I need
more."
more fire.
All they do all day is chop wood and chuck it on a fucking bonfire. That's all they do.
Where's my puns? Where's my fucking puns?
Is the chat working?
No, sadly I've noticed that if you do put in a message to the chat, it doesn't pop up where I want it to. I'll have to fix that at some other fucking
Message
time.
redacted.
Yeah, I did that because I did tests. Oh well,
So how do we fix that?
I don't know. I'm just gonna reply to whatever comments come through. It's not like it's a train smash.
Yeah, it's like this.
Oh.
No,
Yeah,
that's fine.
exactly. Yeah, so he says, yes, no, they're Lord's best friends since before the village undergone its slight change. They all tended their own things. Ryan says those fucking Withrows.
Yay, Ryan's here!
Welcome to the stream, Ryan.
Sure, what, boy?
Oh.
Hey.
Hey Ryan, how you doing, bud?
Yeah, the fucking message thing. Oh, it worked!
It works!
Nice.
I'm so happy. Fuck
What's
yeah.
up on the stream?
Yeah, it showed up on the stream. You'll see it in like a
good
second.
delay.
Thanks,
Yeah.
thanks so much for watching, bud.
Yeah, thank you for watching. It's,
We'll hit you up on D20 sometime.
Also go fuck yourself.
yeah,
It's roll for
Shame.
me.
Oh, that one, roll 20, that one.
D20, roll 20.
I don't think you have a YouTube channel, my bad.
Yeah.
Sponsor us.
Okay.
Um, I'm just gonna randomly pipe up in the middle of the conversation, like, why do dragons refuse to eat paladins?
He looks shocked and says, well, why?
Because they taste so lawful.
I want to cry. I want to fucking cry.
Sid, you die in the mist at night, right?
How long is it until night?
I got them here, dude.
Oh my
Sadly,
God.
24 hours. We can make it quick. Wait, yeah, what am I saying? 24, 12, sorry.
It's 24 hours until nightfall.
You guys were. This
what?
village was located very north. It was near the Antarctic, you know? 30 days.
Let's
You arrived at the
Just
30
kill him.
days.
Stop putting.
Oh my fucking god, I'm
Wearing
gonna
the
choke.
cool dad sunglasses.
I'm gonna
Yes,
choke.
but no, it looks better if you put one set on top of your head and then you're wearing. Yes.
Oh my god.
That is such a
That is
dad
a bad thing.
I was
yeah.
supposed to wait until I used my body inspiration for this.
It's okay.
Oh, is that how you do
Oh.
I was going to use my body. I got
I use that
a
C4.
I'm gonna refuse to not use it.
I use it to kill myself.
Oh.
It's a D6, unfortunately.
I use it to kill myself.
I love
Okay, perfect. So besides that, we have everyone else is quite friendly. You'll find them quite jovial. Everyone loves a new face, especially with so many people missing. Seems almost every month now, at least one person goes missing.
Well, that's quite peculiar.
That's because of the mist.
Yeah, I feel like it makes sense.
Yes, it's after living here for so long, you'd think they'd be used to it, but somehow they all get snatched up.
It could be just madness, like you've lived in the same place for so long, you get tired of it, and decide to just try to take your chances in the mist at night.
Ali.
Who knows, maybe those people that disappeared just got out.
You see his eyes glaze over for a bit, and he's like, I can see that. He looks up, he's cheerful again. So anyway, let me know if you need anything. As he goes and he tends to a few patrons. Oh,
Before he goes,
Yes.
Thurban, could you perhaps tell me, besides this tavern, what else is in this town?
yes, well, of course, we have our dear blacksmith, we have our butcher, we do have a herbsmith, or a herbalist, sorry, herbsmith.
Herbsmith. I love it, Herbsmith.
Please just
It's
call it a
Herbsmith.
I'm keeping it as Herbsmith,
Yeah,
dude.
Herbsmith.
We have
Herbsmith.
our herbsmith.
There we go. And besides that, it's most of the rest of the village. A couple of odds and baubles, antique store, second-hand shop.
Oh, makes sense. Sounds lovely.
Yes, a lovely little town. I'm sure you'll get very attached to it after the first 100 years.
Oh,
I don't live that long.
You
Oh
will.
my god.
Wait, what?
neither do I.
Wait, we're gonna be stuck here.
Says, well, yes. As you can see, old Salamus over there, and he points to, it looks like a very young, very spry human who's currently drinking heavily. He says, yes, no, he's probably about 400 years as well.
A human.
Yes. Seems the second that the mists rolled up, everyone stopped aging.
Question is, do I go back to my wife or do I live forever?
Hmm.
I think it's pretty good, easy answer.
Yeah, I'm
Live
gonna live
forever.
forever.
Yeah.
No, I need
In
to
the
see
same
my wife.
town.
Eternal, suffering for the rest of your life, eternal
Wait,
life.
so this character's heterosexual.
Yeah, this is
Wow.
very heterosexual. Man should marry woman. I
Marry
got two
woman.
Man
lovely
should- oh,
daughters.
no.
I have sex with the females.
Have sex with
I
my
love
wife.
the we-
Thank you very
The
much.
Why?
females.
My wife Betsy.
Yeah, that's-
I make love to her.
My
Oh, he
other
makes
wife,
love.
We
and my
make-
other wife.
No,
His
no
girlfriend.
wife thing.
Sorry, don't be. He only has one wife.
I got one wife. I got 12 girlfriends,
There we go.
including my daughters.
Sure, he's-
No, I don't want to include my daughters.
You just
No,
wanna
he
kill
is
them.
not the incestual fucking.
Alabama.
He's supposed to be the anti-edgelord, guys.
Sweet
What the-
home Alabama.
Oh, no.
I'm wearing a fucking bow tie, guys. God damn.
Okay, well done. Okay.
That's progress.
Everyone wearing a bow tie makes them anti-incestual.
Yes.
I would like to change the time. I realize it shouldn't be early morning. It should be like mid-afternoon.
Okay.
Well, then I'll definitely grab it.
The sun flings into the fucking air, and it settles right in mid-afternoon. He turns, he says, that hasn't happened in a few years.
Oh my god.
Improv.
Starting to understand why he's 400 years old.
Yes.
Like 300 days. The sun is weird.
You see him open up his notepad and he writes down, he says, I'm guessing I have to change the calendar. Again. Yeah. It is now mid-afternoon.
Okay,
I mean-
well, I don't know.
I mean, we could look around the town a bit, maybe talk to
Was
some
the
people.
NPC dude still there when you guys started just chatting about Jethro's character section? Was he? Was
Yeah.
this all in character?
Yeah, everything else.
Completely in character.
It was all in character, every last bit.
Yeah, I was talking about my wife, my kids. I pulled out a storybook that I read to them at night.
Oh yes, you have one.
It's called The Actual Princess.
I feel like you're just the kind of person that would be like, I have a wife.
Yeah.
I love women.
Men
Men should be with women.
Very confused
Are you
about
a
my sexuality.
homosexual?
Ah! It's okay. I'm going completely opposite of my actual.
Maybe we should.
Yeah.
I
This
feel
is
like
the
it's
scale.
closet, like high key closet.
High key
This is
closet.
High key.
She just vetoed your fucking character. There you go.
Bro,
This is it.
I'm pulling
I did
some
not plan this, but yeah, okay,
This
I'm
is
gonna plan it.
psychological.
Ollie's going crazy,
analysis.
so it must be.
Ollie's
What
just
do you
in
think?
He's
a
having a jaw.
He
Hey,
is. He's
Sue.
having the best fucking
my
time.
baby.
What do you think? Good mad loves. Oh, you're in a
Oh
mood.
gosh.
Oh,
He didn't get a walk today.
you didn't see a Riley
Hello.
today. You were
This
supposed
is-
to see a Riley today.
Can you see
Anyway,
Ollie
I'm
on
gonna
the
go
street?
outside.
Yeah. sorry, we got distracted.
Okay, perfect. You go outside, you
Yeah.
see what looks like quite a lovely town. Everything seems to be very well looked after. It seems there's a lot of people who wander around, stay outside for as long as they can. You see children playing in the streets. It's quite a lively town.
Oh, lovely.
Mm.
What's the plan of action?
I was just gonna walk around, get the lay of the land,
Fair
understand where everything is.
That's a good plan.
Perfect.
Maybe look for the crazy guy by the mist.
Yeah.
Okay, so
What's his name? Davian?
David. That's correct. So you wander around the streets. Yeah, you take a refill.
Still carrying his beer in
Yes.
hand.
Yeah, carrying his beer in hand, chugs it as he goes on the streets.
Throws it down.
Yeah, throws it down, takes another one from
I
his
just
back. Yes.
We could Mr. deliver food. Alcohol.
Oh yeah, we can.
Oh my
We
god.
can Mr. D food alcohol here.
We could. God,
Maybe we should.
Ryan says.
what are we gonna
fuck,
add?
What does Ryan say?
Ryan says,
The
fuck me, that's
shots,
a,
Leo.
fuck me, that's a funny
Really
image.
nice.
Yeah, I was just fucking me wife because I'm super hetero.
Love you, Ryan. You get me.
This is drinking and dragons. We need shots. I'm just saying.
We need shots. You just got paid, so
Yeah, you just got paid.
go on, man.
You can fucking do it.
Sure, let's go through.
What?
It's hitting home a bit, eh?
Oh,
Oh, okay.
That's a
Second,
suggestion.
That's a
okay.
lie.
Okay, second.
That's asking a lie.
Okay, second. It's I'm not saying anything. No, I said nothing. So you walk around, you look around the lay of the land. Every single street is neat and clean. There's gutters that lines each of the end of the streets. So you see every single. Well, there's not even a speck of waste on it. Seems it's clean constantly.
It's quite a lovely place. Reminds me of the old days.
Who are you saying this to?
Myself.
Okay.
I don't know what
God
you
knows I'm
assumed what I was
ignoring
saying there. Do we perhaps know where Davion is?
Yes, he did mention that he sits on the outskirts of the town. Okay, so let me quickly draw like a real, because I was supposed to print the map, but I did not. So everyone who watches the video, you'll have a beautiful map, guaranteed.
Just hold it up in front of the.
No, he hasn't
yes.
drawn them now.
He
He's
hasn't
drawing it
drawn it
now.
Yes,
It's
I'm gonna-
called, what's it? Something fog, dungeon fog. That's what I use.
No, I used something else. I can't remember, but I did make it. So, okay. I'm just gonna say here's the village, and as you walk along the outskirts, you can see that there is. Where the fuck's
Ollie,
blue?
please leave the cat alone.
Blue.
You gotta love that cat, man.
Dude, he's gonna fuck that cat.
That's a great view of Kenny's ass right now.
Good.
Daddy.
There is.
Oh, grab it,
It
squeeze
looks
it.
like.
Squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it.
So
Welcome to Drinking and Dragons. Drinking and Dragons.
So there's a huge
Drinking
stream that
is
goes over here, and
Sorry.
it kind of tapers
It's been
off
a lot.
into a small river that cuts a little bit on the outskirts over here.
Okay, what's the circle?
That's the
That's the
village.
village.
Okay.
And over here is
Attention.
If you
forests all around.
You made
forests
one,
yeah.
all around.
Yes, all around. Dense
Yes.
forests.
Do we perhaps know where the fog might come from? Or does it just surround the entire village?
So
With a mommy and a daddy.
Wait, wait,
for-
wait.
as you're walking around the village, you don't see any fog whatsoever.
Within the village.
Yeah, within the village. It seems what he was talking about is probably out in a larger area, way like a bit further out.
To the stream, I would show you the map, but it's fucking terrible.
It is extremely terrible.
It's a
You're not
circle with
missing
green and blue.
Please, if you do want a map, I will get it in the video. Watch the video.
I want it low-key called the Fogalicious.
The Fogalicious.
It's Fogalicious.
Do I perhaps,
Fogalicious.
could I perhaps do an
Fogalicious.
Arcana check to see what this Fogalicious
You can't see it.
can?
So if we walk to the edge of the map, I mean,
the
the edge of the village. Where's the fog come in? Is it nowhere near the edge of the village?
It's
Or is it-
nowhere near the edge of the village. So
is it-
you
can
can
we see it in the distance or not at all? Or is it just not present?
do you climb up onto something, take a look? Do you, or you
Or
in
like
the
a
walls?
valley?
no, you're like.
If
you
I
just-
look along the river,
if you look along the river, you see far down. Looks like
Should have
You don't have to
fucking
really-
drawn it completely.
it's just like far down, about over here. You see a fog running.
I'm gonna break
well, there's
the
no
seal.
scale, so
You're
it
gonna
means
break the
nothing.
seal?
I need to break
It's
the
You
seal.
far.
could have just seen. I could see the
Okay,
fog.
you
very
can see it.
far.
It's very
Um,
far.
I need to break the seal.
Okay.
Do I perhaps think that maybe this fog might be magical?
Well, if you think it's magical, you think it's magical.
Any specific kind of magic type?
Do Arcana check. You have to go up and possibly do an Arcana
pretty
check.
far from
yeah,
it.
you're pretty far from it.
Yeah.
So you have to go to the fog.
Okay,
Just wait for now until it comes to
Yeah,
face
I'll
us.
wait. I'll wait until the night comes a bit close.
Okay, perfect. So as you walk around the edge, you see closer to. There's also docks by that river, by the way. There's a docks. I forgot to mention.
It's
So.
a big one, eh?
Yeah, it's quite a. Like I said, it was like mainly for horse trading and stuff. So there were like money, and good farmlands as well because you're up by a river. And you do see what looks like quite a very emancipated man, long hair, thick beard. His eyes seem haunted. Kind of scratches at his skin a little bit on the edge, and he just stares out towards the fog.
Davion, is that you?
He kind of flinches a little bit, and then he just carries on scratching and looking into the fog. You guys walk up to him, you leave him.
What do you make of this?
I think he's crazy, but probably knows what's going on with the fog more than anyone else.
Good idea to talk to him, I guess. Okay, what do we do, guys?
I was peeing, so
I'm gonna trot
I'll
up to
follow
Jamie.
you.
Okay, you walk up to him. He is the.
Trot.
You trot up to him. Sorry.
Why do we not have coconuts?
Wait.
It's a fast-paced trot.
Welcome to the ye olde radio days.
Welcome to a podcast.
Yeah, so you trot up to him. He kind of turns to you and he just gives you a look and he just looks up and down and he turns back and just whispering to himself as you walk up to him.
Oh.
You can hear him kind of whispering to himself under his breath.
Can I hear what he's saying at all? Or is
Yeah,
it just,
I wanna
is
try
it
and
too
hear
soft?
what he's
It makes
saying.
sense if it's too
It's
soft.
very soft, yeah. If you want, you can try.
What would it be?
It would be. What's your passive perception?
My passive perception.
Actually, I need all of your passive
Uh,
perceptions.
What's her?
Why not? I'll get
16 somehow.
16.
Mine's at 13.
I didn't roll. Hold on.
Aaron's is at
That's not
17.
What?
It's a passive, it's not
Yeah, that's 10 plus your perception.
a... No, it's 8 plus your perception. Or
Is it
10?
No, it's 10 plus your perception.
I don't. Oh, mine's 13, sorry, not 16. I was looking at my inside.
Oh, okay. 13.
It's 10 plus yours.
17.
17.
Shit.
Okay.
Nice.
With your little kitten ears, you can
My
hear.
kitten ears.
Yes.
That's Ross's.
What the fuck are you?
Ah!
Man, I lost it.
I'm joking.
It's just
I'm
using your
joking.
surname.
I'm
Yeah.
joking.
Your
Okay.
kitten ears. It's your family ears.
Yes. It's your
My
family.
family.
ears. Wow. So yes. With your ears, you do hear what he is muttering. He kind of seems to just be staring into the fog, and he's just saying, "When I go to the left, it seems to come back to this way. But if I go right, it goes back to the other edge of the village." You know, he keeps like scratching these, keying to himself, and said, "If I keep going straight, then I come back to here." And see him just muttering over and over that.
Hey, well, this guy
This is pretty
seems
fucking crazy.
fucking cuckoo.
Okay, wait, I got a plan. Give me 2 seconds to find that fucking
I'm worried. Are
spell.
you gonna do the book?
No, I'm not gonna do the book. That'll kill him.
Look at the book.
I'm just picturing him chucking the book at him. He's like, fuck you.
No one else doesn't know what we're talking about, so we should refrain from talking about
There's
it.
no book.
There's no book.
Davion, I suggest you tell us what you know, and I can't suggest.
cast suggest.
Suggestion.
Yeah,
Suggestion,
no.
sorry. Suggestion.
Doesn't that like once it days he knows that he's been told us that?
Yeah, it's fairly obvious. He's casting a spell at him, so if he has to
Yeah.
resist, it's a wisdom save.
Wisdom save.
And
But
actually,
actually,
spell save DC, which should be, I'm guessing, 16.
yes. Fuck, you can only one, man.
No, just no
He
numbers.
fails.
Whoa.
He fails, okay?
Yes,
So he is
is not
charmed by
suggested.
me.
Yes,
No,
that's correct.
he's not charmed. He has to
He
do
is
that.
suggested. So you'll deal
He's
with
charmed.
Yeah, he's supposed to. But he has to do the suggestion.
Yeah, I suggest you tell me everything you know about this fog.
He turns and you see his eyes kind of look into you, and as he says, "Everyone who's gone through there has come back. Every single time that you go anywhere through it, you end up back here, or on the other side, or somewhere else in the village, except for those three."
Those three?
He kind of looks towards the hills where you see the three manors of the nobles or the lords. He turns back and he says, "I've seen them come in, but I haven't seen them come back, but I should."
Oh, like houses.
Yeah, manors.
I was confused.
Well,
Like
we have,
big fucking houses.
These are big words for me. And I've been thinking.
Yeah.
Don't forget you haven't passed matric English yet.
Yeah.
Ew,
I'm
X3
getting
rar.
Oh,
It's okay.
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 Okay, so the
Okay.
three manners. So, what do you mean by the three? Like the manners themselves or people?
He says, "Those three who wander, stare at you, they walk along the streets picking." And he starts scratching himself and picking at his skin.
It's Leo's people.
It's your people, bro. Okay, no.
Oh, brilliant.
Um, would those perhaps be Lady and Lord Morfire?
You see him flinch as you say that, he starts picking hard and he says, "They're gonna hear, they're gonna hear, they're gonna hear, they're gonna hear, they're gonna hear."
I think that's a yes.
I think that's probably
Yeah,
a yes. We could
okay.
assume that the rest of them are also part of this.
He turns to you guys wide-eyed. You seem scared and he says, "Don't let them know I said this." And he leaves.
Oh.
He walks away.
I've already told them.
He starts screaming and running away.
That's very good for this.
You're fucking evil little
I'm
lads.
definitely
Okay.
chaotic.
I can see that. Yeah, he runs away screaming.
Frighten that boy. That
That
was
was
not
the
good of
point.
you. That was not okay. Not frighten this child.
You look older than you.
I am 40 years old, thank you very much. That half elf.
Young for half elf.
Isn't that
Oh.
old?
I don't know.
They're the same grade as humans.
No,
I don't know.
I think so. I don't know.
I don't care. You're
I
a
don't know.
Okay.
fair enough.
My character wouldn't care. It's simple.
That's true. Yeah,
What are their names again?
We've got Lord and Lord
Just the
Pettenross. Okay, so Pettenross, Withrow, and Norfire.
Should we all three go together or one each go and speak to them and then meet up? I feel like all three going together is probably a
Yeah,
safer
I'm gonna say
option.
split the party is always the best option.
So yeah, let's
Always
split the
works.
party.
So by this point, the sun is getting a bit low.
Is the fog coming close, perhaps?
The sun's getting real tough.
The sun's getting real low.
No.
Oh, fuck.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But it might be a task for tomorrow. Maybe we look at the fog tonight.
It's a good plan, I think.
Okay, so what do you guys do? You guys are going in the streets as you watch the sun start to lower.
Head
I
back to
kind
the
of
inn.
want to
Um,
just stand in the village and see what the fog does.
yeah, we want to watch the fog drawing close to the village walls.
Okay.
If I see
Does
them
it
not,
come into the village? Did
Yeah.
you say it comes in?
yes.
Oh,
I'm gonna
then
say-
fuck off into the.
I was gonna
into the
say to you
tavern.
guys, I was gonna be like, if I see them staying behind, I'm gonna try to tell them to make sure they stay on the other side, the opposite side to another villager.
Yeah.
In the fog.
Yeah,
So
they're
if they go
towards-
inside,
Let's
you go
not do
inside.
that.
Yeah, so you see, as the sun gets to a certain point, every single villager just looks at each other and they just scatter, every last one, in quite a hurry. You see all the jovialness of the village, all the happiness and beauty just disappear.
I'm back to them.
Yeah.
You're back at the inn. So as you
It's definitely-
walk back in the inn, you see dozens of people also within the inn. It looks like the majority of them also seem quite adventurous. Some of them have swords, some of them have crossbows, some of them look like they're either young or old. They just look scared. As the tavern owner says, "Yes, please, clear the tables, move it to the sides, please." And he moves them. He sees upon. Yes,
I
dearie.
want to know what happens if you leave a window open.
So the fog comes in and it disappears if it gets to a certain point. So I think it evaporates, or it's too warm inside for it to stay much longer.
Look, sir, you're moving the tables around. Are we preparing for a battle here?
What's
No,
happening?
we're preparing to sleep. This is the common room. Would you like a spot on the floor?
That would be a good idea.
As
Thank you.
opposed to a spot somewhere else.
Thank you.
It's quite gracious.
I want to sleep in the cage.
The cage sounds lovely, to be honest.
The cage.
So, sorry, but we don't allow people within the cage to sleep because what would happen if someone appeared while you were within there?
Then they can sleep too.
I'm gonna have to refuse. Very sorry. As you see a few people within the tavern,
Dude.
almost as if it's a routine, push the tables aside. Some hop on top of the tables and grab some blankets, wrap themselves in it. Some go underneath the tables. Some lie all along the common floor. A lot of people seem to be quite used to sleeping almost head to toe at this point.
I'm gonna assume the position.
Follow suit.
So
He's gonna smack his
horse
face.
lies down.
I love that.
I love that.
It's the best way to fall asleep. I fall asleep instantly because I knock myself out.
You care the fuck out, you just... Bam!
Should we order food now? It's half past six.
Spin about, yeah, we can. if you
So
want.
I read we order food now, then in the morning we come back to the stream.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
Stealth
Should we
light.
just leave it streaming while we wait for the food?
I mean, yeah, we just put a fucking...
We'll be
Be right
back.
back.
Or whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be
So
back.
are we gonna order food and then carry on until food comes, or
Let's
We'll
order food and then carry on until it
let's
comes.
Yeah.
do a quick 5-minute break while we order food, so
Yeah.
you guys don't have to watch that.
I just realized I didn't create the BRB scene, but I will
Yeah,
now.
we will be. Oh, shit, that's the name. We'll be right back, guys. Just taking a 5-minute break because we
Yeah.
are hungry.
Welcome back.
Hi,
It's
guys.
been slightly longer than 5 minutes, but it's
We were
okay.
trying to order Chinese food.
We were
like
indeed.
our Chinese.
Let us know if you want a mukbang.
Oh my god.
No.
Mukbang, guys.
No.
Okay.
We'll
No.
eat some-
I will literally
Sorry,
die.
Leo.
Let's eat glue, Leo.
Sorry,
Come
Leo.
on.
Yeah, let's just eat glue.
That's a good plan.
Let's
Every
just
day I
eat
arrive here thinking it can't be possible for me to be more disappointed in Erin, but every time I get her,
Happens
she
every
proves me
time.
wrong.
Mhm.
I love that energy.
It's
That's
really
my
impressive.
Specialty.
That's her.
Disappointing everyone I know.
Well, you
Starts
excel
crying.
at this.
Thank you. I should make a job in it.
Yeah.
I don't know how, but
You should do it though.
I'll probably disappoint everyone trying to do that.
Okay, perfect. So you guys sleep through the night, head to toe in a very noisy tavern. You hear snoring of people, the rustling of some people, coughing. It's very crowded. But after a while, you spend an hour.
I place Glyph of Warding into the 7th page of the actual princess.
The actual princess. I love that. Okay.
And the previous one was the 8th page of the Goblin Princess.
Your kids really love princesses.
They're my daughters. That's just how it is.
Right enough, they're all
So what
princesses.
is this, a goblin?
No, it's basically the first one. The Goblin Princess tells you about equality and cultural difference.
Feminists.
It's cultural
Oh
difference
no,
and accepting.
it's feminist.
Wait,
no,
wait.
I'm never gonna open this book.
It's a cultural difference, and then the actual princess tells you how to stay in your place.
Stay in your place. Whoa, whoa.
These are very
Now that's a book I'm gonna read.
I do have
You
a
could-
third.
you
I've
could-
still got a third book.
You can tell me there's a fucking ward in there. I'm still reading that book.
Oh, I need to carry on the recording. Oof, almost missed that.
Cool.
It's not recording again.
Oh, wait. 1, 2, 3. Ah,
I
Well,
tried.
Kind of fun. Like it missed itself.
I didn't.
Oh,
Don't worry, stream. We're not gonna resume again for you.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to.
That's fine. You're still on, guys.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you wake up in the middle of the night. Well, you wake up not in the middle of the night, in the day. The sun's rising. Everyone starts stirring in their sleep. A few people get up quite bright and early. Get ready, walk out into the world, see what's happening. You all wake up as well. You start stretching your limbs after a cramped night. Someone was tickling one of your feet.
Oh.
Okay.
Fucking
Oh.
bastards.
You have someone cuddling up to you in your beautiful horse hide.
I get it, I'm warm.
Yeah, warm and fluffy, that's the thing.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you hear a scream, followed by hysterical crying as someone wanders out into the street. You hear it coming closer to the tavern. It sounds like a radius.
As that's happening, can I use Mantle of Inspiration?
Wait.
the
Mantle
fuck
of
is that?
inspiration.
Yeah, okay, so as a bonus action, you can expend one of your bardic inspirations to grant yourself a wondrous appearance, so I get hella pretty.
Oh.
Everyone gets...
Your character's totally straight.
Yeah.
So straight.
Everyone,
Wow.
okay, so I'm choosing us three, you guys get 8 temporary hit points.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Okay.
Donna says yes, it's your homegirl Donna.
Oh, my
Hello,
bitch.
Denny. What up?
8 temporary hit points over there.
Okay.
So when your hit points go
Hi,
down,
Donna.
Welcome to the
your
stream.
goes down.
We're already like 3
fuck.
drinks down, so.
Hi.
3.
Hi, Donna.
Totally 3.
Yeah, 3.
Oh, and
I miss Donna.
We're not alcoholic.
Donna, I miss you.
just an added thing, you guys can use your reaction to move up to your speed without opportunity attacks.
What?
Holy shit.
Whoa.
How much
That's
is lost?
No, that's when I.
Donna says I must destroy you guys.
I should
Yeah,
have
fuck us up.
Sorry, it has
It's
to
done.
happen now.
You guys had the 8, so I should have used
Go
Drink
straight
Battle,
ahead.
but it's something I wanted to use now.
Guys, Donna told
But I can
Kenny
use
to
it as
fuck
many
us
times as I
up.
want.
Aaron divorced Jethro.
What?
Is it an action though?
No,
Nobody's doing it.
Bro.
No.
Divorce in action.
Yes,
There's,
divorce.
what is it? There's 2 or 3. Is divorce in action? Wait, guys, hear me out. I eat the face. what was the last one? There was one more.
It was me, wasn't it? The third one.
What was the
I
third
said
one?
something stupid.
Yeah.
We have-
During D&D or
During D&D.
I mean,
all
it's
times.
like all
we're
the
gonna-
time.
like-
All
Just
times.
the whole video
I
is
don't
just
know.
you.
So that's home campaign kind of things.
Yeah, sorry.
Don't say
That's-
any
we,
more
should,
jokes.
we should really not say anything.
Yeah, we really
It's
should.
really annoying.
Guys, hear me out. I eat the face.
You eat the face. Like ETD facey.
I
Okay.
love Meliodas.
He's
Rest in
dead.
peace.
He's fucking dead.
Can he cast
Okay, anyway,
a
I'm going to
bonus-
draw my sword if I hear a scream.
Can
Okay.
he cast a bonus action when not in?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're not in combat.
This is before we even started. You got your.
I don't know that.
I mean, you don't have to have the temporary hit points.
I mean,
Donna says fuck around the pussy. Sorry, this is a Christian channel. You're
Donna!
fucking
Oh!
right.
Donna, how
Watch your
could
dirty
you?
fucking mouth.
That
Yeah,
is-
nasty
That's
hole.
disgusting.
Oh god, I'm
Okay,
disappointed.
we go outside. We want to see what's happening.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you see what looks like not very old, middle-aged lady walking around the streets in hysterics, crying her eyes out. She's just constantly saying, "Fuck, this name sucks. I'm not gonna use that name."
Margaret.
Margaret.
Margaret, yes, she's just constantly
Bring
shouting out,
that
"Margaret,
pussy."
Margaret!" as she looks around frantically.
What's wrong?
Such a plot hook.
You woke us up, bitch.
Is there any visible danger, or is she just looking around?
No, she's just looking around frantically.
Okay,
I
yeah, I said that. I was like, you woke us up. What's wrong, bitch? I'm a very rude cat. I'm a cat.
You're a cat.
She
That's
like
how
knocks something off the table. She leaves.
The guy that was sleeping on the table got pushed off in the night.
Just fucking yeets him. Jesus Christ. Okay,
Yeah, that's her.
she turns, she says, "My beautiful daughter, I swear she went out for a second, she was gone.
When?
Last night. Late. I heard the door opening
So
and
stupid. No, she's
Dude.
stupid. No, your daughter's stupid.
oh,
not your-
okay. I
I
was like,
calling,
oh.
I'm calling you stupid.
I was like, oh, cat's dead.
No.
Well, Boulder
It's
falls on
divorce
you.
in action.
Yeah. Yo, I just sat there
No,
like,
because
oh.
we
Done, that's for
literally.
you.
I kind of knew she was saying it in character, and I was like, okay.
Dizzy Shooter says,
Yeah.
"I'm your biggest fan, Jethro."
Wait, who's this?
Dizzy Shooter.
I love you.
Who's
Who's
this?
that?
I don't know who
He's
this
a
is.
fangirl.
Oh
Boy.
shit!
Dude.
Just as a fan.
That's awesome. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
No, okay, I said that's so stupid because we literally just got here and even we fucking know not to go out at night. So, like, what is this child doing?
Yeah.
Maybe the child got kidnapped.
Who's out at night kidnapping?
We
Oh.
don't know.
Oh my god! Sorry.
I'm going back inside.
Okay.
I'm leaving them out
Okay,
here.
tell us what she looks like.
Yeah.
She says, no, she's got long black hair, much like mine. She's quite slender. She was last wearing like a sack. I don't care. I didn't think of what she looked like.
A sack.
She's a sack girl. She's not a sack girl.
Oh
Oof.
fuck!
She's picturing this child wearing like
I
a
love
potato
DM
bag.
improv.
I love you.
A sack.
We couldn't afford
How
new
old is
clothes.
she?
She says she's quite young. She's much the same age as possibly you, dear sir. How old are you? 100?
Oh, me. Well, lass, I'm about 40 years old.
Oh, it's not. I love your Pornhub account, he says.
Who's this?
Oh my word.
And he said, eat my pussy.
Well, that's a lot.
Oh wow.
Thank you for that.
Donna's asked how long you're streaming for. A while. Don't
A
even
while.
start.
Probably until like 11, 12.
Who is this
We normally go
person?
pretty late, 6 hours.
Yo, Dizzy Shooter, please send us a link to this porn account.
Honestly.
Yeah,
I
I'm
wanted to see
interested.
it.
Set it up on screen. Everyone can watch
Yeah.
it.
Oh yes, we'll stream the porn while we
Do I have
stream
a Pornhub
D&D.
account?
I don't know.
Find out
Do you have a
soon enough.
Pornhub account?
I don't know.
Dizzy Shooter, nice.
Yeah, Dizzy Shooter. Pull in here. Come on.
Pull through.
Pull through. Show us the
Did
money.
you find me on Grindr? Because I no longer have an account.
What do I feel like this
Okay.
is Dylan?
It could
It's
be
probably
Dylan.
I think
It
it's
could
Dylan.
be
Dylan, is that
Yeah.
you?
I don't know. It could be.
Donna exposed
I was so happy for a second.
It's gonna take a while. Anyway, back to the game.
Yeah.
Back to the game. Yes.
Sack girl.
Sack girl. She is sack girl now.
I'm gonna keep that. Margaret
Okay.
Sack.
I said it. It's done.
Margaret Sackle.
Yeah.
Margaret Sack girl.
I'm just gonna say to the lady. Les, do you perhaps know why did the barbarian try to learn lightning spells?
Glad my character got to the side.
she cries into her hand. She doesn't know why.
It's okay. The wizard said he needed an outlet for his anger.
She is in hysterics, crying on the top of her voice. Crawls into, she's physically hurt, by this grief.
This woman
She's
just
trying to
lost
convince
her
herself.
child and just like,
This is the
Knock,
perfect
knock.
time for a
Who's
fucking
there?
dad.
Ouch. That would hurt me.
That hurt everyone.
Yeah.
That's-
Can we have an
that's-
F for fucking...
It's
Yeah.
dad
F in
puns,
the
dude. I'm
chat
sorry.
for Margaret's.
For Margaret, for a
Margaret's
fucking
sack.
child.
This usually just says, I must throw $1 bills all over my baby J.
Oh,
Dylan.
baby
Dizzy
Jane.
Shooter.
Dylan.
It's Dizzy Shooter. Dylan.
Fucking stretch, dude.
Okay,
No,
well.
not that Dylan.
No,
What's Dylan?
Donna's
Donna's
Dylan.
Dylan.
Why would it be stretch?
I don't know. Maybe.
You weirdo.
Hi, Dill. I thought you were a different person.
That's a thing.
Fucking
You're
what?
my number one fan.
Okay,
and
well.
I am yours.
Ultra
what,
on
Leo-
girls burst down door, sup bitches. Sorry, yes.
Leo's gone inside.
Yes, I believe Leo has one inside.
Yeah, I went inside. I don't feel the need.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
Yeah,
Being
to be
lost
honest,
to
we
a
could
daughter
just
to stupidity.
leave her there.
Are you offering a reward for
Ooh.
the safe return or just a corpse return of your
Corpse
child?
return.
That's dark.
Wow.
Can I perhaps help her with persuasion or something?
Wait.
She
Oh, I'm gonna need that.
make it hail Dizzy Shooter.
Parents should
Such a
never
hard
play
girl.
a charisma-based character.
Never.
in general.
Never play a bard
Oh my
or a
god.
warlock.
Please.
One.
Okay, so you go. So okay, she looks to you and she shakes her. She says, if you find my girl, I'll give you everything I have."
What do you have?
She says, "I have my house. I have a few antiques that you could maybe have. I don't have much in terms of gold. Nobody here does, except for I don't know, fucking except for a turban."
Look, Les.
Turban.
We
So-
don't need
Yeah,
a reward. You need a place for your child to come back to. So I think it would be the mighty righteous thing to do to go and save this child and
You
bring it
got
back.
milk?
You have milk.
You got milk?
She doesn't have milk.
You got titty milk? You got milk.
Can you cry like a baby? I don't know. She was a mother once.
I'm just saying, I need milk. I'm a cat.
We
The
appeal
cow
to all
died?
fetishes.
I'll take any kind of milk. Titty milk.
Wow.
Die right now.
She shakes her head and she's like, I could try to get something, but I'm not too sure if I would have any milk.
Why did I do this? I'm so sorry.
I love this.
Yeah.
We almost shouldn't let her drink, but that would
Almost.
defeat the whole purpose.
Yes.
Look, ma'am, we'll perhaps do this for some milk if you can find some. Otherwise, we'll look for your Margaret, your
Margaret
Sakura. And then obviously just console her and then go into the bar and
Okay.
follow her.
You console her, but she seems to be a little bit better for it. She's still racked with emotion and just the pain of losing her child as
The pain of this conversation.
But, I really thought the pun would have helped her out,
It's fucking milk. Titty milk. Fuck me.
This poor fucking woman.
Honestly. So, you guys all go back into the tavern. You see Fabian Thurban. Just Thurban.
Thurban? Do you have the Thurban? I'm sorry.
You see him cleaning a few glasses, just trying to ignore what's going on outside. And he says, good morning, dear newcomers. I'm sorry, I didn't actually catch any of your names.
Crixus.
Yes, and...
The name's Stanley Longbottom.
Stanley?
Very nice to make your acquaintance.
Stanley Longbottom.
Pretty sure his name has changed.
Yeah, it has indeed.
It's Stanley Bull. What?
Bellbottom.
Bellbottom.
Got his own name.
Yeah.
The name's Stanley Bellbottom. Very nice to
Dean
make your
uses that
acquaintance.
horse shampoo down and looks fabulous. Thank you. Is the hot guy on the right taken? He's talking about you.
Oh shit!
Damn!
He's actually not.
I'm
He's
actually
not.
not.
We can have a bid on whether he is or not.
100
I
likes.
also at the moment have very low standards. I have a few pins.
100 likes. You could get a date.
He'll fly you down. You will pay.
Sorry, I'm not David. I can't just fly down there.
David, where are you right now? You should be watching this.
Oh, I hope he doesn't watch the stream.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's gonna come out.
Yeah,
Sorry,
very well.
bitches. Okay.
Oh.
My name's Mittens. Mittens Kittens.
I love that so much.
It's a pleasure making your acquaintance. If you would mind, it is indeed free to stay and to eat here, but I do need some work done on occasion. Would you mind possibly going down to the butcher and fetching me a cut of meat for tonight's dinner? By any chance?
What kind of meat are
Sure,
you
why
eating?
not?
You'll know what I have. It's the same as always. You'll find them.
What do you mean same? Oh, him. Oh.
This is
No,
the-
but I'm
this is the
asking.
one
I'm
I'm
asking you.
Yeah.
This is the pot hook.
What are we eating?
It's as well a lovely cut of deer.
Oh, do deers make milk?
Yes, I believe if they are nursing.
I'm gonna find a deer.
You're gonna find this
Find
milk,
the
dude.
fucking
You're gonna
deer
fucking
and you're
find
gonna
this.
suck its teeth.
This is her quest right now. She's
Bro,
trying to get that
I
milk,
need
bro.
milk.
I
Got
can
milk?
throw a bench to seduce, rolls in that one, hits off. Fuck, I'm right. Do need Pornhub when I can watch this instead.
Oh,
my God, I don't
I
even
love
know
you.
you.
This has to be Dylan and Donna.
No, Donna has her own account.
Yeah, but I feel like she changed it and turned it into.
No.
I love this so much. Whoever you are, you're so strange. And
But
That's
we
good.
love you. I don't
we
care
love
if I'm
you.
wrong.
Thank you so much.
I hope I'm wrong.
Oh, I love
If you're
this.
Dylan, you need to drink a shot, bro.
You do need to drink. Whoever you are, you need to
Also,
drink a shot.
Yeah,
everyone,
actually, yeah.
everyone that's watching, grab a drink and enjoy.
Unless
Yeah.
you're Tyler.
Unless
Go
you're
grab
under 18.
Yes, unless you're
No, no,
underage in
no.
whatever country you're watching this from,
No.
grab a fucking drink.
Yeah.
And
Please.
let's drink.
Let's do this, guys.
Honestly, I
Let's
don't
drink
care.
And I'm gonna milk a deer.
Okay,
I'm going to milk a deer.
you're gonna look a fucking deer. Perfect.
Okay, so we're
This is
obviously
the
going to
thing.
accept this plot hook. Ha! And go towards the butcher.
Okay.
I said I was going. So.
Wait, do
I just wanna
bosses
ask-
make milk? Leo.
Maybe female horses.
If you
Chris,
suck hard enough, maybe.
Crixus, do you mind if I hop on your back?
Yes.
Not done a guess again.
It's
Is it someone we know?
Is this someone we know?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Jojo, it might be your uni friends. I don't know.
Maybe. Payesh, is this you?
Payesh.
Payesh? Is this
Hey,
you?
Payesh, how you doing, brother? You doing good?
Jojo, stop.
I'm sorry.
That's super racist.
It's not
Is this-
because me and Payesh are together, like friends and we're together.
I'm
and
16,
I
that's
can't
legal.
think of.
It's not
Chernobyl.
racist because I'm friends with an Indian.
I'm 16.
I'm gay.
That's legal. Chernobyl.
Have a drink.
Then drink. Who cares?
You're in Chernobyl. Drink.
Wait, 16 in Chernobyl?
Yeah.
Don't you have? Wait, is that?
I love
that's
that.
In Russia, is
How
it?
many penises do you
How many?
I'm kidding. Can we get back to the game?
Sorry, let's get back to the
We
game.
can get back to
Sorry,
the game. We
Ken,
can.
Go
Okay,
to the
we need
butcher.
to focus. We need to focus.
Okay.
We shouldn't be allowed to read this chat.
We really.
it's distracting us all.
It's just so
Okay,
entertaining,
I'm
yeah.
gonna start fucking off to the butcher.
Yeah, we,
Okay.
all of us go towards the, I'm assuming,
Yeah.
to the butcher.
Oh yeah.
I was the first person to go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just be looking at his back longingly. I want to kind of like hop on and ride him as a
You're
horse.
so fucking gay.
You know
Yeah,
what?
his backside
I have a
longingly.
wife, thank you. Her name is Betsy.
You have a wife, but do you have a
Wait, can
boyfriend?
you ride? Can I ride Leo to the?
Yeah.
That's what I was asking.
You
Oh,
can
wait.
try.
He has a centaur. You're allowed. You can ride him if you let. I mean, he doesn't have to.
Physically, it's possible.
I mean, I could make. I'm not gonna fucking
Okay, I'm
waste a
just
second
gonna
level
get him
spell
a
slot to ride you.
I'm not doing
Go
this.
for it.
I'm not doing this.
See what happens.
Dude, your stats are way higher than mine. This
This
is not
is
gonna
gonna start a
happen.
PvP. We're not doing this. We're just gonna go.
Yeah.
To the
You walked.
butchery.
To the butchery.
You walked. I have enough dicks to fuck everyone in this room. Sorry.
Ah!
Anyway,
Yeah, let's carry
Good
on.
energy.
Yeah,
Good energy, guys.
good
Thank
energy,
you.
dude.
Hashtag radiation.
I love this person. This sounds like every pundit's person we've ever played with.
Ah!
There are other games.
Except for Dawn Paladin.
You
He's
know,
very
back to the game. You're
Back to
walking
the
to
game.
the butchery.
oh, at the butchery, cool.
Yes, you're at the butchery.
Sorry, Ken.
You see quite a grizzled man, quite strong, just chopping a few sliced cuts of meats within his block. He sees the door open, he turns up and he's like, "Yes, newcomers. What are you here for? What do you need?"
The tavern owner sent us to get his meat.
Shit, yes. I was supposed to go out earlier. but,
Sorry, you
This is
shouldn't
one
be
of those
going.
linked quests.
This is, yeah.
The chain quest. Like, oh no, did you get this? You get this.
He's just trying to fucking do his thing.
He's
We're
trying to
like,
DM
oh,
so
hard, I'm
fuck.
sorry, dude.
I'm gonna
Hey, so he says, shit, I was meant to go get the cuts last week, but sadly I had some issues with my bow. I had to get it restrung. If you wouldn't mind possibly helping me, I can get it done a little bit quicker with you three.
Oh, fair enough. I mean, we have to do our part for the tavern.
This is just a short, quick walk into the forest. Shouldn't take more than a day.
Okay.
Okay.
I did not say that.
Uh,
I
Who's
blame
giving
alcohol.
something out?
Oh, I mean, sir, I have a wife. Thank you very much.
Do you have a boyfriend?
Oh, whoa.
I mean, every single time you say, "Do I have a wife?" Whoever you're talking to will say that.
And every time you say that, I'm gonna look longingly towards the centaur. I see how wholesome he is.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you know, he's on.
That centaur ass, dude.
Woo.
That
Oof.
thick.
He's sicky.
That prime cuts.
The way his tail
Nicky
swats those
boy.
flies out the way.
Yes, this makes me hot just
Yeah, I have
thinking
a
about it.
tail. I don't know why I never thought of this before.
Lightning flashes, na Batman.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi there.
This is the whole thing.
It's
Okay.
hilarious.
I'm gonna turn off the so we can't see what's happening.
Yes.
Kenny, you can just you can tell us messages in chat.
Yes,
Otherwise, I'm not looking at it anymore.
We
Yeah.
accept the quest. To
Perfect.
grab
Okay,
DMD.
let's go, yeah.
I'm bored anywhere.
Perfect. Let me just grab my equipment and he
You
kinda.
gotta come with, sir.
Well, yes. You guys don't know the forest like I do. It's dangerous.
Let's.
That asked
So it's
why
gonna
it's
take a
dangerous.
day, right?
Yeah, it'll take about a day.
That include night, or will we get here before that? And
My
mist comes
dinner's
in?
here.
No, it will
No,
definitely.
Aaron, stop
Sorry.
looking at it.
No comments.
Sorry,
No
I'm
comments.
sorry.
Glad you love the stream,
Hi,
Dylan.
Dylan.
Welcome to it.
I don't know.
Yeah. So he says, yes, I have a cabin within there. It has enough space to house everyone. We'll be safe from the fog.
Sir,
Okay,
can I
that's fine.
perhaps
As
ask
long
your
as
name?
there's a plan.
Yes, my name is Fruster.
Rusta, I love that name.
Thank you.
Well met.
It's given to my father, Fruster the First.
So you're Frost the second.
Fruster Junior.
Fruster the Third.
Fruster Junior.
We don't talk about Fruster the Second.
Oh, okay.
Not in this village.
Oh no.
Okay.
That's fair. What are you good with?
I too have weird parent issues.
Not at all. He gazes at the meat, like kind of angry.
Oh
Oh,
no.
There's one last.
okay.
Oh
He
my.
chops it, slings it to the side, says, "Let me get my stuff."
Just, well, he's gone and whispers the rest. We don't speak of Frost the second.
That's stupid. Fruster the Second.
I kind of want to know about.
That Aaron dwarf is cute though.
That Aaron dwarf is cute.
Oh,
Dwarf. Bruh.
Aaron, sit up straighter.
This has to be someone that knows us.
It's gotta be, dude. I mean, we did sound
I don't
names in the
even
first
know.
episode.
They have to know us.
I don't know. Yeah. He goes into the back. You hear him rummaging around a little bit. He comes back out with what looks like quite a large duffel bag and a beautiful slung longbow, quiver of arrows. Looks to each of you and says, "Right, if you're ready to go,
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Perfect.
Either way, sir.
perfect. Follow me." And he walks out the door. Immediately starts walking off to the right down the streets, away from the river. He walks, quite a man on a mission kind of thing. Never looking back. He keeps quite a tough pace, except for you.
I'm chilled.
Yeah, yeah, easy. Eventually, you get to the outskirts of the city. I should have mentioned there are. Is she wearing a helmet? Are you wearing a helmet?
Me?
Yes.
I'm not even a dwarf.
She
No,
is
I'm
a cat.
monk and I'm a cat.
She's a
I'm a
tabaxi.
monk and I don't wear armor because I'm a monk.
I'm gonna point out that I don't think she's wearing it. I don't think this is talking about in-game. I think they're
There's
insulting
actually
your
like
haircut.
insulting you yourself.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm wearing a
Whose
helmet.
campaign is this? Dylan, I am the fucking DM, so I don't know whose campaign it is. Sorry.
It's Dylan's campaign.
It's Dylan's campaign. Dylan, this is your
We'll
campaign.
change the stream name to Dylan's campaign.
I'm down. Let's do it.
There you go. It's a one shot. Yeah. Okay. So you
Sorry.
eventually get to the outskirts of the city. You notice there's no real fencing or anything that's keeping anything safe, secure. It doesn't seem odd at all to him. He just walks straight through into the forest. He seems quite comfortable trekking through the thick foliage. He seems to know every single branch in his way, every single stream. Slowly, as you follow him, start noticing a couple of trails. It seems like he walks this area quite constantly, quite often.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Follow him completely.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just gonna carry on following him.
Keeping a lookout for strange things, I guess.
That's
Okay.
a good plan.
You walk along with him. He starts slowing down the deeper he goes. He seems to relax a little bit, as he goes in. He seems to be much more comfortable in the forest. He slows down to kind of join the rest of you as he starts pointing out little features that he finds interesting. Eventually, you get to what looks like a slight clearing, and he skirts on the edge of it for a bit. Skirt. I did that automatically, even. Holy fuck! What has become of us?
Oh god.
I just want to ask a proper game thing. Do temporary hit points stack?
No. When you get a new source, the old one's paid.
Okay, so I'll leave it then. I was going to try and give him temporary hit points, but we're going to leave that.
How long are these gonna last? Because you crafted
So you
these.
sleep, long rest, most likely. That's how you
Doesn't say.
appointed. The temporary hit points usually
Okay.
last until you.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
say until we sleep again.
Yep.
Mhm.
It
Okay.
doesn't specify.
Temporary hit point rule.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, idiot.
Sorry.
Guys, I know the rules.
He knows his shit, dude.
Yeah, he gets to the clearing, he goes on the outside, and says, "This is the general spot I pick. They pass through here quite constantly. You can start setting up some traps and waiting if you want. There's a little stream over there if you need any water." And he points into the distance towards the right. You can't really hear it, so you think it might be a little bit further. You should wear a helmet. There's AIDS in this campaign. Take a shower, that'll prevent the AIDS.
Bro, I literally.
Oh, this
should
is
wear-
definitely a South African.
Yeah,
This
definitely.
is a South
Really?
African.
No,
Yeah.
couldn't be.
No, never.
If I'll order one on eBay.
Do you have your AC? Like, it's
Yes.
character.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go take a stroll to the river.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, you start making your way through the foliage. You see. Oh, I don't know if you. Yeah, roll nature, fuck it.
I didn't actually check that one, but it's still pretty high.
Okay. Or survival, actually. More survival.
Fuck.
Why did you put me motherfucker?
I'm
I
sorry.
blame you for that one. 7.
Oof, okay. Does anyone join in?
Yeah, I'm gonna give him advantage, just looking around. If that's okay.
He's walked in.
I've already made the roll. Either you make the.
Okay, wait, I missed that.
Okay,
so
so-
survival.
Survival.
Yeah, survival. He walked into the foliage to try and find the river.
Yo.
Let's go for a 9.
Oh shit.
Nice. Okay. And what do you do?
What is Leo doing?
He's
I'm
going
taking a
to-
drink from the river.
he's going
If
to
I've
look for the
got
river.
there already, I don't know.
Okay, What's the guy that we're with doing?
He's starting to set up traps along the clearing. Well, it's like clearing.
I'm gonna go with Leo to the water.
Excuse me, it's Crixus.
Crixus.
Oof.
I'm
Crixus.
gonna go with Crixus to the
Learn my
water.
You wanna
fucking name,
maybe
dude.
write down our names? Might be a thing.
Dumbass 1 and dumbass.
Oh my fucking
If.
God. Okay, so you walk into the foliage in the direction that he pointed to, and after a few steps, the dense foliage just starts to merge together and just looks the same. You can't make out any features
Oh, I'm getting lost.
Yes.
That's great.
of
Oof.
where you were, and you don't even know if you're currently on the same path.
Nice.
Do
I'm
I
okay
know?
with this.
But I'm following him, so do I know?
If you want to roll survival, yeah, I'll give you
We've
one
all
try.
tried this.
Okay, everyone's following, yeah.
I'm a roll.
Yeah,
for
we all
survival.
following
Yeah,
our
let's see.
centaur companion.
Let's see, Aaron. Let's see.
That's cocked. That's cocked out.
Roll
Which
it.
What
dice
is
did
it?
you roll?
Yeah, which
That's
one
fine.
is it even?
Oh,
Not
fuck,
even
it's
a
not even a D20. I'm an idiot.
She rolled a D fucking 12.
I'm an idiot. Please excuse.
Wow.
19 plus 4.
Oh shit. Okay.
You realize that they're veering a bit to the left.
Okay. Guys, you're going the wrong way. Come back.
I mean, she's got cats.
Can
so-
I lead? Hey, you guys follow me.
I mean, she seems to know where she's going.
Yeah. Fuck off. I will ride you to. Oh god.
Whoa! Would you like to say that again?
Say it again for the stream.
Stop!
Look, the stream died.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna get on Leo's
Wow.
back and tell him to.
Do you
Go
try to
this
get
way.
on my back?
Can I get on your back?
No.
I asked. No? Okay.
Uh,
Just follow me to the river.
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect.
I'm just kidding.
You make your way to the river. By the way, by now it's about midday.
do we perhaps see any fog coming in any of the areas, perhaps?
As you get closer to the river, you see a little bit of fog just on the other side of it. So it seems very sparse, though, not as thick as what you saw.
Down
It was
the
wide
river.
open, yeah. So
Can perhaps do an Arcana check to see if it's magical?
yeah, if you get closer, yeah, you can.
That's such a good idea.
What's my Arcana? Plus 4. So a 6. Natural 2 plus 4.
I want to
Wow.
try doing an arcana check. Maybe.
The riding dwarf, aka village bike. So village bike. You're the village bike dwarf.
Who is this?
Dizzy shooter.
Being real nasty.
I love this dizzy shooter, man.
Yeah.
Fits in.
Fits in. Fits in well.
It's solving
well.
Aaron. I'm
Yeah.
okay with this.
I got a 7. No? A 10.
Plus.
A 10.
Oh.
It's a 10.
Don't you have any for Arcana?
I'm not gonna do this to you. I'm not gonna be like, oh, they failed the roll. I'm also gonna try a roll. No, I'm not gonna do that.
Good, thank you.
10 is
So,
a little better.
you walk up to the fog, and whoa, Dylan's coming to your defense.
Yeah.
Dylan's coming to you.
Dylan, fight them.
That
Fight
dwarf is a
them.
person. Stop talking shit about it.
Oh, okay, so we have a flame
Oh,
war in the comment
fuck.
section.
Yes, it's because I'm a woman, you're being nasty.
Keep posted. Keep posted. Anyways,
let's see how far this
No,
goes.
no.
But we're carrying with the.
Carrying on with the fucking
We're gonna
game.
play.
I'm
You
not
guys
interested.
play.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm not interested.
You guys both walk up to the fog. You try to sense anything magical about it. It seems to curl away from you, from the heat or something. You know,
Oh.
it's fog.
Why didn't I take any fire spells? Fuck.
It's fog. Okay. So yeah, nothing. You can't seem to discern anything.
Okay.
Take a drink from the river.
Okay, you take a drink from the river,
I'm gonna
you
watch
guys
and
as
take a
well.
drink from the river. No, I'm just gonna sit there and watch.
I'm gonna
It's-
look at our surroundings.
It's creepy.
Yeah.
Stops there.
It's not a very deep river, more of a stream. So you walk up, just couple
Yeah.
of drinks, see face palms and stuff.
Yeah, I'm wondering
Yeah,
why he does this. Does he
I'm
bend down
picturing
and drink
giraffe
with his
style
hands?
fucking.
Giraffe style. Fucking you.
Seeing him dip his head in the river, I'm
Oh
gonna say
my
to
God.
him, hey, Crixus, did you hear about the druid who could wield swords when using wild shape?
I put my head further underwater so I can't hear him.
I'm like, he had the right to bear arms.
I hate that. Who's the bard?
Just kill yourself. Please kill yourself.
I'm the bard!
Who's the bard?
I'm the bard!
God.
Lightning flash.
That was so bad. Take 1d4 psychic damage.
I nearly drowned myself to a body. Remember, I
Hold
told
his
you,
head
I
underwater.
held my head underwater so I couldn't hear.
I'm just gonna keep running this shit throughout this thing.
Oh,
The
God.
most
I
inopportune
wanna look around
moments.
for a female deer.
You look okay. Roll. And you know what? Actually, you're just gonna look around. You is that what you're gonna do?
No, I actually want to go back to the guy that we came with and be like, can I get milk from a female deer?
Okay. So
I'm gonna
you.
follow her back because I
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Follow
know
her.
I
We're
didn't
You
know
guys turn
where I was
around.
going.
Yeah, both of you turn around. You have no fucking clue where back is, but you just see the cat.
Yeah.
This
Walking.
mission. I'm gonna follow the cat.
What the fuck?
I'm gonna follow the cat.
Okay, you follow the cats. You manage to lead them quite nicely through the exact same way that you came from. Once you get to the outskirts, you see. I mean, you really need to keep this up right now, but I have so many things. You see Thruster busy putting down the traps. Still, he seems to almost be done now. He's on the far side of the clearing at this point. So you approach him.
Can I get milk from a female deer?
He turns up and he says, "Yeah, I believe so. If she's nursing."
Do you think they're nursing now?
It's a little bit late in the season for nursing. I think they wouldn't have had any babes.
Have you got milk?
No, I do not.
Frost of the Third. Frost of the Third. Is there anything besides deer we might be expecting in this forest?
He kind of scratches his head a little bit since his... Well, beyond the north over there, you will find the occasional harpy, but nothing much except for deers and a little occasional wolf.
Where's your cabin? You said it was out here somewhere?
Yes, it's just beyond over there, and he points also towards the north.
I just want to make sure I know where I'm going in case I get lost.
Yeah, fair enough.
It is confusing in the jungle if you're not used to it, but just stick by me and you'll be fine. Well, the traps are set if you wish we can make our way towards the cabin.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good plan, sir.
Right, and he starts walking off towards... How do you know Jethro, Dizzy? Hold up, what I miss? Anyone die?
No.
No.
Not yet.
We haven't fought
Not
yet.
yet.
No one's dead.
Plus temporary hit points.
Guys, we can't be watching the chat. I'm turning it off again.
Yeah, no.
Kenshan,
wanna
you do
see.
the chat.
I am, yeah,
it's so
we're part of this
enthralling, that's the
campaign.
thing.
Turn it
Dylan.
off, Aaron.
You must let me know if you're interested. You can fucking join. Like, let me know.
Yeah.
And Donna.
And Dot, yeah, both of you. Let
We'll
me know.
have some one-shots.
Yeah, you can fuck around with one shots. So he leads you towards the cabin. You see once again he just very comfortably maneuvers through the forests. Just
Doing my best to follow him.
Yeah, we're just following him.
perfect. So you eventually arrive at what looks like quite a nice little neat log cabin. It's got quite cozy. Nothing really assuming you won't. So you see that the foliage is kind of growing around it to the point where if you didn't know where it was, you
It'd be
wouldn't
hard
have
to
found
spot.
it. Yeah, it'd be extremely hard to spot. So
I want to
Well,
ask him
okay.
if the fog comes and we're not back in town by night, could we stay here?
That was the point. That's what I asked when we were in town.
it's
Sorry.
already becoming late afternoon, so
Sorry.
you wouldn't have been able to get back at this point anyways.
Oh, okay, so we're staying in the cabin tonight.
Yes.
The only logical
Okay.
person in this group is the centaur.
Sorry.
Dude, I'm the same. No stress.
I've got a very high end, so
Oh,
I'm
he's
playing the
trying to
character
catch something.
as that.
Yeah, this is not good at D&D.
I'm just pretty.
Have to be.
No one's good at D&D. You either play it or you don't.
Yeah, exactly. Anyways, so he walks up to the door. You see like a kind of a wooden mat kind of thing. He stomps his boots against it to get rid of the dust and dirt, and he opens the door and he kind of walks in. You know, letting you guys know you can enter, gesturing in.
I follow suit.
Cool.
So I stomp my boots on the thing just in case.
Is it big enough for a centaur?
If you duck,
Boy.
yes.
Wait, I just realized this doesn't. So we're not going to be back in town by night.
No.
No, you will not.
So then they're not going to be able to get the
They're not
food
going to
by
eat
night.
tonight then.
He said that he did have an issue with his bow, and that's the reason why it wasn't on time.
But then we should
Fucking
have
poor
actually told
bartender.
We
the.
probably should have, but we didn't think about it, so it's not happening.
Yeah,
It's gonna
well,
starve.
That's okay.
You want to go back and tell them now?
I mean, it seems like they live for a long time. I mean, starvation doesn't seem like a thing.
Mm.
We'll see how
You'll
this
make
goes.
a
Yeah, actually,
plan.
why
He's a
are they
smart
eating?
man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Food tastes good.
Exactly. Okay, so you guys.
Very good, Richard.
You guys, sleep overnight in the cabin. It's quite warm and welcoming. There seems to be one main room, main bed, and then there's space on the floor. He gets out a couple of rugs, a couple of furs for you guys to sleep on. He makes nice beds for you each within the room, and you guys take out a few supplies within his bag, and he starts up a little fire pots within it. So it's noticed in the roof there's a nice hole where it just takes up all the smoke. And cooks you guys dinner, hands it to you in a bowl.
I want to ask him how long he's been here.
He kind of thinks for a second. He says, "Oh, been here since the start, I believe. I was one of the few villagers who were just teleported to here in the first place. Well, roughly about close to 400 years now, I believe.
Shit.
Not many of us originals left, I believe. Only about 15 of us. Village used to be sprawling. About 100 of us.
Doesn't get boring.
Yes, but newcomers like you come around and people need to be fed.
Sackle.
Sackle
Margaret-
was... Yeah.
Was Margaret one of the originals?
Is Margaret? Yes, no, she is indeed. I've known her since she was very young. Her and I grew up together. Yes, have you met her?
No, we met her mother.
Wait, how old is Margaret? I thought she was a kid. I'm confused now.
It was her daughter. It doesn't.
I'm gonna be
just as you are
sitting in
your
the
mother's
corner
daughter.
reading a book.
No, but if
Casting
if the
my
butcher
final
is like
book,
40 or whatever,
a
how's
sixth
Margaret?
page
The butcher is
of
440.
The Lusty Ogre.
Yeah,
The
but
Lusty
he- I think
Ogre.
he looks-
This is a kid's fucking book.
No, the last one
This
is
is
just
his
something
book.
for
The
me in my
last-
life.
Okay. The Lusty Ogre.
I'm reading the Lusty Ogre.
Wait, how old does Margaret look?
We never saw Margaret.
Oh,
Okay, I'm
are you asking
confused
him?
because I don't know. He just said Margaret is one of the originals.
Mm-hmm.
We could
So
ask
then
him.
wouldn't Margaret look the same age as him if they grew up together?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I want to know.
Hmm.
Probably. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, what? Did you shoot this as metaphorically? If I was the sun, you were the earth, and I kissed you with my UV rays, would you kiss me back or put on sunscreen?
Oh, this is someone we know.
This is someone we know.
This is someone we know,
Nice.
dude. This is someone in our media group.
It's gotta be, yeah, it's gotta be another indie group or Donna and Dylan. It's gotta be.
Chris?
No,
This is not Chris.
Yeah,
this,
this
this
is
is too unclassy.
This is
for
Chris's persona, his online persona.
This is his online persona, dude.
No,
Hashtag
I would,
troll him.
I would never believe this. To be
This is
Chris.
not
If
Chris.
it was him, he would take me by surprise. I won't lie.
It would, yeah. Anyways,
I'm looking at
Could be
the
Kian, but
cat profile.
They have a cat.
The profile picture's a cat and it looks like Yoda.
That's a pretty cute cat.
It looks like Donna's cat.
those.
I'm trying to figure out. who
Multiple
this is.
accounts on Dylan.
Oof,
He's
it's
arguing
okay.
with himself. Sorry, please carry on.
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
I've prepped three spells and 3 different books.
Yeah.
Different pages, I've got them written down here.
Alright, perfect. He looks, once again he says, you met her mother, yes, she was a very sweet lady, looked after me once my father passed away, gangrene.
Oh,
Oh, ew.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Rough way to go.
you're talking about the mother of Margaret, I'm assuming.
Yes, that's a Alive. Yeah, Alive.
Okay.
No,
Just curious, is it mainly the originals that have been disappearing at night, or is it the newcomers?
He thinks for a second. He's like, I've never really thought about it that way. Come to think of it, a lot of it's mostly the older ones, the originals.
Oh, the future.
Good, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And on that note,
We take a short
We're
break,
gonna
guys.
take a break to eat dinner, and
Yeah.
we'll be right back.
we'll be right back.
Probably 20 minutes.
and also remember to go fuck yourselves.
Yeah, we'll be back in like half an hour. So,
Yeah,
thanks
20
for
minutes,
sticking
half
around
an
for a
hour.
second. Yeah,
Stick
yeah.
around,
Don't,
guys.
he's lying.
We'll be back.
We'll be back. Yeah.
If you're offended
I don't care.
You guys can carry on chatting and
in chats, go for it.